incredible. Thank you, Herbert.
You're very welcome.
What a touching song, a traditional song of his people.
I'm so old that, when you've lived a long time, you have a long time to practice certain things. This is one of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
So, I just have a couple of questions for you this evening.
And I have a few answers.
So, would you be able to give me a brief history of your population and your friends, your people of the West Atlantic?
Ah, yes, okay. Well, the Cod's importance to American history is absolutely undeniable. You see, it was Cod that first attracted Europeans from this side to this side of the Atlantic. They came from Europe.
Yep.
And then they came to North America for very short fishing trips because they filled up their boats and they had to go back. And eventually they figured out they could just stay there and then send boats back. So we were such good fish. We're actually really good tasting. I'm not trying to promote eating cod, but we taste really good, and so that was what caused our populations to be so low. So before the Europeans came, there was Native Americans. There's still some of them here, but there's a lot more of them.
Now they just own casinos.
Right. Well, some of them do. Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
So before there were casinos, and the Europeans came, the Native Americans fished on the shoreline for cod, and they used little hooks. I think at some point we may have a demonstration of what kind of fishing in the water.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
Okay, yeah. So cod bones, such as otoliths next to my ear, they're plentiful in Native American middens, indicating they're an important part of their diet. So,
Interesting.
I'm not sure what middens are, but it's part of their diet. Vikings came. Go Vikings. They came from Norway, and then they came all the way down. Actually, and then there was the Basques.
Basques?
The Basques, yes, the Basques. And they came from Portugal and Spain and France.
Yep.
And they ate cod. And they actually were the ones that first brought it over to Europe. So then Columbus came over, and so did Cabot, and they discovered the New World. And they said that cod were bigger than most of their men. Yeah, and sometimes all they had to do was put a basket in the water, and then they'd come up with 2 man-sized cods.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
About my size.
It's a big cod.
Yeah, man-sized.
Probably a little tastier than you, though.
Well, I'd hope so. I don't taste very good. Wink, wink. Yeah, so then the Pilgrims came over, and they started their own type of commercial fishing for cod between us, or not us, they used us, and it was between the colonies in Europe. Yes, it was.
You getting a little thirsty?
Yeah, I need a little water because I'm used to being in the water. Hang on, I need to get my guitar off.
Sorry, just hold on 1 second here.
Here's my guitar. Oh. Thank you.
You alright there, man?
I'll be good. I'm just gonna hook this up to my gills.
Alright.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so then the Pilgrims came, and then after that, they almost died because they didn't know how to catch cod.
No, they didn't.
You know, the Native Americans had to teach them before there were casinos.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, so that was the Pilgrims. So that's when the colonies became their own, had their own economy using cod, and they developed this triangle trade between dried cod and salty cod, and in Europe, and then Europe would bring over slaves from Africa to this side of the islands down below Florida, and then after that they would bring rum up to us, or to the Pilgrims. The Pilgrims liked rum.
Yeah, they did.
And then that was the triangle trade, which allowed the American colonies to become independent, and therefore they were able to secede and fight the British and still stay stable. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then fishing was modernized when the Industrial Revolution came around, and they made boats that were faster than us, and then they used great big nets instead of long lines, and then the population went really, really low, and then now they're still recovering. My people's population is still recovering. Thanks for the water.
Oh, no problem. I'm sure you're feeling a lot better.
I'm feeling much better. I can actually talk now. Oh yeah, so the technology improved, and so we got so low because other countries wanted cod too, that they developed the Magnuson Act of 1976. That was in 1976 they did that.
It was a good act, good act.
Yeah, it was a good acting, and it said that anybody not American couldn't fish in American waters for us.
Yeah, it's a good idea, right?
Well, we don't like being caught.
No.
Yeah. I'm here on behalf of my people.
Representative?
Yes. I'm the only one that is man-sized, so that we figured we could look eyeball to eyeball.
Sounds good.
Yes. And today, there's regulations in place so that not many of us can be caught, because we're trying to re-bolster and we're trying to rebuild our population.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Just have a couple more questions for you there, Herbert.
Okay.
All right.
Good answer. And I gotta get back in the water.
Yeah, you do. You look a little dry around the mouth there.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me a little more about how important cod has been throughout the world's history?
So basically, it got to the point, especially in the Western European countries, where cod was a staple, and so everybody was eating cod, and which means that a lot of cod had to be caught.
Yeah.
And so it was, if you were a cod fisherman, you were making a lot of money because you could catch a lot of cod, and there was always a need for it. There was a huge supply at that point, and the demand was bigger than the supply. So it has been able to help countries like America be free, because they could establish that economy. See, and it's still like that today, or it was until like the Industrial Revolution. I'm so old I get my days mixed up.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay.
I need the support. Do you have any more questions?
I don't think so. I think you got it, man. I think you gotta get back in the water.
I do. I have one question.
Yes.
What organism is around your neck? What
This is a wolf.
What is that?
Pray you never find out.
We have wolf eels in the water.
A little different.
Oh, the wolves eat cod too. Did
Sure.
you eat that wolf?
I did not. No.
Oh, can I touch it?
Yep. Might bite you though.
He's soft.
All right.
Okay.
All right. You're done. Thank you.
I'm very pleasurable to have your company and answer your question.
Oh, okay. Thanks for being here today, Herbert.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Have a good one.
My pleasure.
Hello. Today we have Herbert here with us, and he's going to help me demonstrate on how we catch his friends. Here we have a long line, and you can catch your cod.